Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Outlanders. We're up to episode 47 I believe, and today we've got quite a lot of stuff to do. We've got quite a bit of fixing up of things to go around here because, as you can see, these striders keep getting stuck in the fence. I suspect it's to do with the fence gate, but it's a little bit odd. And the pandas, don't see pandas occasionally are doing the same thing. The foxes are doing the same thing. If we can cross this and get over to it like so. Okay, I'll fix it up. But yes, the foxes are also getting stuck. You can see there's none over here, there's one here, and there's one over here, but most of them are getting stuck over here. I also seem to have lost a couple too, which is a little bit annoying. So what I really want is the animals to be going all the way around and wandering around, and I think the only way to do that is to lower this level by 2, and the same with the pandas and same with the striders. So quite a bit of work to do. But I have been informed there's been a little bit of something happening at my base, which I need to go look. So let's firstly head over there and see what it is. Now, this is probably Morgan's prank, or it is Morgan's prank, because they were the one to message me, and if you recall last episode I filled their base with a lot of sweetberry bushes, so they may have done something a little bit mean, or not mean, but let's have a look. And white, lots of white bird poop, if you will, and a magpie, I think a little black and white bird, which can only be a magpie, just like my black and white stripes, which make me me. So yes, it really looks like just a bird, and it, or he, she, whatever, seems to have pooped everywhere, which is a nice decoration, I guess. But I mean, the poop I'm gonna have to clean up. The bird I might keep actually, because it is quite a nice bird, I must say. Black, white stripes, a little beak, very good. This kind of bird has done a lot more poop than I would have ever thought would be possible, though. Just saying. But overall, it's quite a nice prank, I guess. It's good. It suits the build. The bird does anyway. The poop, not so much. But overall, you know what? I think I might keep this bird. In fact, most of this I might actually just leave it for the time being. The portal did get broken, but that's fine. I can leave that for the time being. I will need to remove some of this so I can actually access some of these bits, but that isn't too much of a bother. So what was I going to do? That's right. I was going to go back to my base, back to the zoo, and start work on making things a little bit better over there. So let's head back to the zoo, and we'll worry about this little thing later. Before we get into the zoo though, we've got a little bit more work to do in this lottery. Now it is the 14th of May as I'm recording this, and if we looked in here, all tickets had to be bought before the 15th of May. So I feel a little bit justified in closing this a little bit early, perhaps a little bit. Well, no one has bought in tickets for the last half week or so I don't think there's going to be any more. So what we can do is firstly clean up all these precious blocks that have been just sitting here, and I'd have no idea if any got stolen, but I would think not. Now, we do have a whole box of lottery tickets in here, which we need to get out, and we've got a little bit of administrative stuff to do. So let's put this stuff away, and then show you how it's going to work. So, over here, we've got all the tickets that people bought. We've got, about 160 odd from Labour. Now, if you remember, actually, each white person bought, actually I should show you, each person bought a multiple of 10. Now, some people bought over 2,000 tickets. Yes, that's right, over 2,000 tickets worth, and that wasn't going to fit in here. So what I did was divide the number by 10, and that is how every single person still has tickets that can fit in here. So Bluestow's got 19, Lutra's got 22, Char's got, well, what's that? It is 100 and 200 and something. Withers has 33, and Labour has about 160. So what we're going to do is we're going to add all these up and then give a percentage chance. So Lobo will have a certain percentage chance of winning, Bluestow, Withers, and so on. So I'm going to quickly hop into a internet browser and see if I can capture just that and do the spin and see what works. Okay, so hoping this works. You can see my cursor and I can see everything working. So we've got ourselves a reasonably good spinner here is an adjustable. So blue at the moment is Lobo, pink is Char, grey I think, let me have a look, grey would be Morgan, orange would be Nutria, and green is Bluestow, assuming that I've got that right. So what I'm going to do here is spin the wheel, and then I'm going to have to recalculate all the results. So there are going to be a few cuts. So here we go for spin number 1. And it's spinning, and it looks like Char has won prize number 1. So we've got a bit more calculations to do before we can set up for number 2. Okay, so the calculations have once again been set, and we've got Lobo in blue, and Morgan in pink, Nutria in grey, and Blue in orange. Bluestow in orange. I really should have made Bluestow blue, but whatever. Okay, spinning, and let's see what happens. And it has, unsurprisingly, Lobo taking out prize number 2. Right, so I've got a little bit more calculations to do to work out prize number 3. And once again, I've spun it all around, so I think we've got Morgan in pink. This time I did make Bluestow in blue and Nutria in pink. So let's have a look and see who wins prize number 3. And we're spinning, and unsurprisingly, Morgan gets prize number 3. So a little bit more calculation to work out who wins prize 4. And finally, we've got our last calculation. We've got blue with blue and Nutria in pink. So spinning, and they do have a roughly 50% chance. So we'll see who wins, and it is Nutria. So I think Bluestow doesn't end up with anything. I'm not quite sure, or I might just add in a token last prize. Either way, we've got our winners, and let's have a look and see now. Just before I look at all the things, I actually have increased my diamond pool back up to 100 diamond blocks, which is not quite what I was hoping to do. I was kind of hoping to give away more diamond blocks than I actually got, but oh well, I do have quite a bit of stuff to give away. So if we just put my wealth box away in my chest, then we can see we've got Morgan's winnings at 10 diamond blocks here, Char's winnings at 20 diamond blocks, Lobo winnings are here, which had the most stuff in it, and Nutria's, which is probably the more valuable one, at 1 rocket box there. So, and I'll just give Blue his dirt block, which I decided to give him as a consolation prize. In fact, let me just think about this. 4.5 diamond blocks. So I don't want to make it 5 diamond blocks, but what I could do to make this one slightly better is, let me see, 5th Bluestow, and I'm going to make it 3 diamond blocks, which somehow fits better than 10. Oh yeah, that's right, because of extra character. So there we go, 3 diamond blocks, I guess. Yeah, I'll leave it like that, which doesn't mean I need to actually update Discord, but whatever. It does. I now have all my prizes. I just need to lock away them in my ender chest, and they'll come out when they need to be. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So Char, Lobo, Morgan, Nutria, and I need to get a 5th one out for Blue. It's been a little while since the last clip, and you might notice I've now got myself a zombie head, and that's mainly because Char and myself and Morgan were all fighting creepers, and then a thunderstorm miraculously appeared. We used our channeling tridents to get ourselves a couple of creeper heads, and I think both Morgan and I now have a creeper head, or not a creeper head, a zombie head. So that is actually quite good to be able to wear one of these. It's certainly an experience I wish that was ported over from Java over to Bedrock, but I guess you can't have everything. At any rate, we've got a little bit more work to do around here in the zoo, which we've been working on for the past little while. Now, as I mentioned at the start of today's episode, we've got ourselves quite a bit of a problem with these foxes just getting themselves stuck in the fences, and same with the striders, of which I had to port a few more over, and well, the pandas aren't really doing it as much, but it's still a little bit of a problem. So what I want to do, and this is probably not going to work too well, I'm not quite sure, is to lower this entire thing down by a few blocks. So what I might need to do is to get a couple of boats and bring these foxes into a central location, and then let them loose once I've done that. So I might firstly need to get some boats, and then start working on the lowering of this thing. And after a little bit of work, I have got my foxes all done. So you can see it's a little bit better. The foxes are actually wandering around a little bit more, which is exactly what I want. I probably should add a few more foxes, but I can do that at a later date. Now with the panda bears, one peanut butter managed to escape. And I'm thinking I'm going to have to do the same here, which does mean taking out this ice bike thing, as well as another, which is going to be a little bit tricky because of all these lava pools, which I'm now really, really regretting putting these in. Because I did have the plan to sink it, and then I did this, and yeah, it wasn't fun. So I've trapped off the striders here, and lastly, the turtles are going to be fine, but these bits over here are going to struggle as well, so it's going to be a little bit of a slog. So what I might do is did I just jump the fence? Yeah, that was weird. Anyway, what I might do is just quickly cut to the chase and finish off all of these things in one big swoop and get on with it, and get on with the rest of today's episode. I've been working on this bit for a little while, and it's just about to record a bit. I've finished everything, and there's this little mysterious being going about. I mean, I can probably tell who it is, but I don't. It's part of the fun is figuring out who it is. There's Lobo, who's dropping fish everywhere. There's this mysterious being in a cape and a random with a head. I mean, I could kill it, but as I said, the fun's in not knowing. Anyway, so as I was saying, we have got ourselves a now completed strider area, and I think the striders are still going about a fair amount, which is good. I've reduced this one a bit. Doesn't look as good as it used to, unfortunately, but meh. We have done the foxes, which you saw earlier. The turtles we're going to leave the same because I can't be bothered draining that for now. And finally, we've done the jungle. So, and this one doesn't look as good as it used to either. It just looked a lot better flat, I think. But oh well, we've got quite a bit more stuff to do, and I am actually running out of time because, as I'm saying this, it's 10:30 at night, and this video tends to go out at 9 o'clock in the morning, my time. So, very, very close, and I'm still rearing my zombie head. But given the time, I think I might just finish off by recording, well, not recording myself, but getting rid of all this bird poop on the top of my base and not getting rid of the damage of things. But yes, this prank actually, I didn't give it full justice earlier, but I think this is actually a very good prank actually. And the bird, as I said earlier, is really good, despite all the bird poop everywhere, which thankfully the mycelium will grow again. But overall, I really do like the prank indeed. Although that, yeah, I might actually leave that block there, and then get rid of the rest. But yes, it's a very good magpie. I probably will ask Morgan if they're willing to put one on the other side, but that's something that should top off my base quite nicely. And there we go, one cleaned up prank. I've got rid of the poop here, I've got rid of the poop on all the bird poop on all the trees that we had them, and I think I may have missed a block here or two, but I'll find them eventually. I am going to leave the magpie there, the little bird here, because I think it looks pretty good, right on top of, resting on top of the mushroom. And if I just head into the air, we should be able to see a rather majestic sight as it comes in. So we'll fly away and come back, and it certainly gives a little bit more color to this thing. So if I had another magpie resting on top of this, I probably shouldn't have done that, then that would be good. So yeah, perhaps if I moved it to here, that would be good. But I'll leave that to another episode because, as I mentioned earlier, I am very, very short on time. So I'm going to cut the episode here, and hopefully you'll join me for the next one. So don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this episode, and come back soon for the next one. Goodbye.